So my fashion inspirations when I was younger were so many. You have to remember, I didn't grow up here. I grew up in the former USSR, and so some of my mom's friends were some of the most inspiring and beautiful women I've ever seen. She used to have them come over and they'd always dress fabulous. Just, Eastern European women are always decked out. Furs and long nails, and I think I get a little bit of inspiration from that. And then when we went through immigration, we actually lived in Italy and Austria, and all those European women, God, the way they dressed, that effortless chic look of just jeans and a sweater and a scarf and a jacket, really I found my love for fashion living in different countries. And then when I came here, I was really into rock bands, and so I loved lead female singers, and some of my fashion inspirations throughout high school were definitely like Courtney Love and Gwen Stefani and Dolores from the Cranberries. And so I love those powerful rocker chicks, women, and that's where my love for like leather jacket comes from, and ripped denim. I've worn stuff like that literally since I was in high school and junior high. I have 3 kids and their names are really different. So my oldest name is Natan. He's almost 10 years old. And Natan in Hebrew means God's gift, or to give, or I give you. And when I was 18 years old, I went on a trip to Israel. My parents really didn't want me to go. It was my first trip away completely by myself. I went on a trip called Birthright. And while at Birthright, I decided I didn't want to go back to the States. And so I called my parents and I said, I'm staying in Israel. Of course, major shocker. My parents were like, you come home now or we're not sending you money. And so what I did is I got a job at a club called Underground in Tel Aviv. And there was a boy that worked there with me, and his name was Natan, and he did Kochak. And I just thought it was such a beautiful name and the meaning of it. And Natan actually is named after my grandfather, whose name was Naum, who was an artist and a photographer and really inspired a lot of what I do. And so I wanted a name, so Natan's name is Natan Blake. And then there was Callista. Callista comes from a Greek mythological name. Both my husband and I are really into Greek mythology. And Callista means a cup of beauty. There was a warrior named Callistos who was so good looking that everybody would let their guard down because he was so beautiful. And so he would conquer all of these battles. And so we thought, what a powerful and beautiful name for a girl. Actually, my husband came up with it. So her full name is Callista Soleil, which means the sun. And then we have a little baby, and her name is Talia. We don't say Talia, we say Talia. And Talia was Zeus's daughter and one of the 9 muses. She was the goddess of poetry and drama. And actually Talia, funny enough, was born on March 21st, which is the International Day of Poetry. Totally true, not making this up. Her middle name is Sky, so she's Talia Sky. So Callista is the sun and Talia is the sky. My number one thing to do with the kids this summer, besides, your typical of going to the pool and playing badminton and getting ice cream and going bike riding, I really want to take my kids to see the Murakami show. I think it's amazing that it came to Chicago at the Museum of Contemporary Art, so we're super stoked. We're going to go and do that one of these days. And of course, whenever I go out with the kids, I try to get a blog post out of it. So I'm thinking already of fashion inspirations that are going to be really cute for the kids and I to wear and shoot and put together a blog post for you guys. I don't have an average Monday, and that's what I love about my job. Being an entrepreneur means I make my own hours, I can work at nights, I can work remotely anywhere really unless I have a shoot. And my days are so different every day. Typically, if I'm working from home, the first thing I do is I wake up and I go to yoga. I work out every day, and then I start work, and I usually work from my home office. If I have a shoot, sometimes I wake up as early as 4 a.m. and then I'm on set all day. So really, I don't have an average day, and that's what I love so much about my job. Every day is exciting, and I get to create things daily. And I love the fact that I can do so many things. I always say I'm a jack of all trades and a master of all. I love to shoot, I love to style, I love to cook, I love to do interior design, and I love being a mom. And so I get to do all those things seamlessly. So I do core power yoga. I try to do it every day. It really, I always say, changed my life. One of the things on my bucket list is to become a yoga instructor, a sculpt instructor. So I usually mix up my yoga. So I'll do the hot power fusion class. I usually do that Tuesdays and Thursdays, and which is very similar to a Bikram class where you hold your poses a little bit longer. You go through a flow in a super, super hot heated room. And then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I usually do my sculpt, another heated room, not as hot as your HPF, but you're doing it with weights. I just love it. I get high from it. I feel like it's a mind, body, and soul type of workout. I would say number one, Gwen Stefani. Why? Because she's a mother, a mogul, a musician. She's so talented all around. She always looks amazing. She's also a single mom, which I commend that she's making it work. And yeah, I love her sense of style. I love everything about her. Number two would be Sarah Burton. I think no one has taken McQueen to that level where it stayed true to the brand and to what the company stands for, and that magical, ethereal, dreamy sort of dark, melancholy, beautiful fashion that she has been able to keep up with.